Hello, welcome back, I should say, to this channel. I'm super excited to have you guys here. This is gonna be a pick a card reading on your 2025 year in detail. I am super excited, and I'm not gonna be going month for month for the whole year, but I did make the intention that whatever wants to come out the strongest, whatever lessons, whatever relationships, connections, or anything like that that wants to come out, I made it known and aware, for it to come out. Now, another thing I wanted to discuss is how excited I am to finally be back on this channel. I haven't posted a reading in a very long time, and the last time that I felt like doing readings was my normal was on this channel, which is why my decision was so big on coming back to this channel originally. But yeah, anyways, I'll make a separate video, just talking about everything that has happened and all of that, and if you guys want to see it, just make sure to check it out. But regardless, let's get started. So, oh yeah, before I start, let me know how you like this lighting, because I don't have my ring light on. It does give me a headache, and this is just like with the regular light on. So like I said, just let me know how you like this lighting and this setup. This is my new table or desk that I have, and I really love it. It makes me think of like the outside, like the ground and the dirt, with these like natural colors. Okay, so pile number one, you got, hold on, let me stand up. So pile number one got the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. Hold on, let me let it focus. But yeah, so Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, very beautiful, very gorgeous, very demure. Okay, and then we got for pile two the Cat Tarot. I have not used this tarot deck in so long, and this was just the opportunity. She wanted to come out. And then pile three, you got the Star Spinner Tarot. This one is also very beautiful. It's very simple, but at the same time very beautiful, and I really like that. All right, and then pile four, you got the Vikings Tarot. I don't know what it is about cats, or like it's coming out so much in this pick a card. This one is so beautiful. Like, let me just show you the cards. And it's crazy because I've only used this tarot deck probably like one time. This is the back of it. It's very beautiful. It's giving like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter vibes with the jewels and like the circles and all the intricate details. Just look at the cards, like gorgeous. Georgina, like look at it. So yeah, I really love this tarot deck, and be prepared to get tired of me using this tarot deck. Two disclaimers that I have is, just remember that you can resonate with more than one pile, as this is a general reading. And my second disclaimer is to take what resonates and leave the rest. Not everything is gonna apply to you, and that's okay. Also, get your snacks, get cozy, get everything ready, because this is gonna be a long reading, okay? Long reading. Hello, if you chose pile one, then this is going to be the reading for you. Let me know how you guys like my decorum. I need to stop playing games, but I chose to put some crystals around because I love crystals. You might love crystals as well. You could be an earth sign, right? You could be an earth sign or air. Sorry about that. I live in New York, so just get used to people talking in the background or noise, because this is the only way that I could do readings for you guys. So I hope you can hear me okay. If not, I'll probably have to get headphones. Anyways. But yeah, I hope that you guys liked how I decorated it. And I was saying how you could be earth or air signs, because a lot of the crystals that I use, like for example amethyst, clear quartz, labradorite, they're giving very much earth, psychic energy, cleansing, clear energy, clear intentions, truth, freedom. So these are generally the energies, and also a lot of grounding. There's a lot of like grounding energy. Okay, let's start with your tarot, and then we shall move into your oracle. I might have to shift it down a little bit, sorry, didn't think about that. All right, spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels, the divine, tell me about pile 1 and how is their 2025 going to go? What is the advice, the insight? What are the energies coming up? Okay, so you got, ooh, you got the King of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, but you guys are gonna have to deal with my commentary. That's just it at this point. All right, tell me about pile 1. You got the Two of Swords. Oh my God. Listen. All right. Then you got the King of Pentacles in reverse. A double whammy. I see. All right, one more, baby, one more. All right. Oh my God. You got 2 more, but we're gonna take it. Don't worry. We're gonna take it. So you got the Devil in reverse. The devil himself in reverse. Let me just go like so we could fit the other one. And then you got the 8 of Swords in reverse. All right. So where do I even begin with you? And I need to raise my voice because I feel like you need to hear this by me yelling at you. You got 2 Kings in reverse. This tells me that there is a masculine energy. This can be it's either a man in your life, somebody that identifies as a man, or somebody who just has a lot of masculine energy. It could be a female or, you know, whoever. We don't really want to put gender or misgender anybody, but in the sense that this person just has a lot of leadership abilities. You know, they like to control, they like to be protective. But because they are in reverse, this is telling me that you have been mistreated, abused, manipulated. This person has been narcissistic, selfish, lying. And wherever they're leading you to is not a good place. And you've known that. I feel like you've stuck by this person for years. You got the 2 of Swords in between, like literally right in between this. And this tells me that you've stuck with this person for years, for a year, for months, like just for a while. And the place that this person has taken you to hasn't been a good one. It's like you've dug your own grave even deeper while being next to this person. And I think 2025, you're really going to be questioning the people that you are around. Because you're starting to realize that you don't deserve, nor you need to be around people that it's like, it's not that you're going to prosper from every person and you're going to gain something off of somebody. But if this is supposed to be your partner, your father, your brother, your uncle, whoever this person is and how they're related to you, you benefit them in a lot of ways. And it's the simple fact that this energy is not being exchanged. It's the simple fact that there's no relevance. The more that you are around this person, the more that it is like you are being affected negatively. And you're starting to see how the more that you get away from them, the more that you get away from your bad habits, that your mental health starts to do a lot better, that you don't feel so anxious or fearful all the time. You feel almost this sense of freedom, like you can breathe again. And I think that 2025 is gonna be a lot about reconstructing yourself after being in such a toxic place, by being in a toxic group of friends or in a toxic relationship or somewhere where, because I feel like for a lot of you, this person was mistreated you or was a bad person. But for a very small percentage of you, like 0.5% of you, maybe this person wasn't a bad person. It's just that you did a lot of bad shit with this person or around them or something like that. Like the kind of influence and how they influence your energy wasn't good. And 2025 really is a eye-opener for you, and you are cutting the shit off. I feel like for a lot of you, it may be in January, like the beginning of the year is gonna be crucial to get away from this person, to speak your truth and just let it go. And you're gonna see how, like how much better your life is going to become. It's like when you're around the wrong person, things start to go wrong, because this isn't the person that you're meant to be around. You won't be successful around the wrong people. So that's the main thing. And I do, like I was saying before, I think that you were so consumed in whatever this was, whoever this person was to you, and like making them happy or people pleasing them, that you forgot all about yourself, your identity, who you are as a person, your interests. And this year coming up, I think that you are going to focus on, believing in yourself, on building back your confidence, on speaking up for yourself, on exploring, like almost like this Virgo kind of energy, doing some self-exploration. You might even take some time, like it may be that you may take, for example, like some weeks off or a week off or something like that from work, and you're like focusing on your home, maybe redecorating the way that you like, cleansing, getting rid of old shit. Like it's not just about what's internally, it's also physically. Like you are changing, your body is changing, everything about you is changing, but in such a good way. And this year I see you embracing that for sure, and letting go of a lot of bad habits. You're doing what's good for you, for your body, for your mental state, for your spirit. And this is something that later on, the future you is gonna thank you for putting this like better foundation, this better routine in place. And this is what this year is gonna be about. More like I said before, the right word is like you're reconstructing yourself and your life again. Fuck that person that put you in such a bad place. And I'm sorry for the cursing, but I had to say it, okay? I had to. So let's dive into your oracle cards and let's see what is coming out. Let's start from here and then we'll go this way. So this oracle card, is the spirit animal, and you got the hawk. And it's funny because the hawk is about gaining like a clear perspective. Because what is a hawk? A hawk flies such above everything. They can see the trees, the people, everything. I forgot what, I guess bird's eye view, right? They're literally all the way at the top of the sky. And this specific, like, you know, if it's an eagle or a hawk, they always represent like looking at things from a different perspective, basically saying how maybe you're focusing on a specific person or a problem way too much, and you don't realize what's happening behind the scenes, or you don't realize like all the good things because you're so focused on what's been going wrong. And the hawk, or the hawk spirit, is here to help you gain clarity, harmony, peace in your life, and a lot of freedom. Knowing that you have the freedom to be who you want, to say what you want, to do what you want, despite anybody else's actions or what anybody else is saying, right? So that is like something that I see for sure. And I really love this. I think that a word that keeps popping up in my mind is solidarity. You may stand for a lot of causes that maybe your family doesn't agree with. And it could be politics as well. Like maybe I feel like you are younger, or you are wanting to help the younger generation. So you always side with politics, or you always side with like causes that are helping the people, right? You're for the people. And basically that's like creating jobs for people. That's like bringing more love and peace and kindness into the world. And so there may be people that may not see eye to eye, and I think that you are, I don't know why, but I just see you being alone, like, and not in a bad way. I think that you are like enjoying your peace and like you being alone instead of being with bad company. Like you wouldn't mind enjoying your own company for once. Okay, this one is my Witchlings Oracle. You have manifestation. Very beautiful. It says, turn desires into reality by activating the power of manifestation. So something that I'm seeing is a lot of sacral chakra energy. Like look at your cards, you kind of have a lot of orange, a lot of yellow. You have this over here too. And it's crazy because I was so focused on reconstructing your life. Oops. And look at the colors that are here. Red is the root chakra, orange is the sacral chakra, and yellow is your solar plexus. So basically your 3 lower chakras for a lot of you are unbalanced. And what does this mean? Some of you, your eating habits are out of control. You're either overeating or not eating at all. You may find that your mental state is very bad. Like maybe you have a lot of depression at this time, unfortunately, a lot of anxiety. And you may be having a lot of financial issues because the root, think about the root of a tree. If the root is not stable, the whole tree is going to fall, is going to break easier. And this speaks volumes for your energy. You were not in a stable environment, in a stable relationship, in a stable living situation. So this is exactly what happened. You had to have like some sort of tower moment. But yeah, so and for some of you, you're not eating a lot of meat or protein, and this is causing you to feel like you don't have a lot of energy throughout your day. Oh my god, you guys talk a lot, huh? You like yapping, because the way I've yapped in this pile is crazy. Okay, anyways, that's so random. So yeah, and then the sacral chakra is all about your mother energy, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be a mother this year. If you really want it, then it may happen, yes. But mother meaning that you are very good at nurturing yourself and others and things, right? Nurturing your own ideas and bringing them to life. Because when you have an idea, you have the sole responsibility of bringing this to fruition. Maybe that's, oh, I want a car, but you have to physically take steps in order to get this car, right? Or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a car, but you get my point. And so the sacral chakra reminds you of your power, your strength. You almost think of like a warrior, that you stick very true to your word, you're honorable, you're sticking to integrity, and you're not doing things that is against who you are or just because you want to please others. And then my favorite is the solar plexus, which is the yellow. So the yellow is gonna talk about your identity, who you are. Think of like the sun of Leo energy, right? This is basically like what drives you, what motivates you. And it's crazy because I talked about all of this when I pulled out the tarot. I talked about how you are going to be doing a lot of self-exploration. You're going to be diving into your interest again because you were so, you know, consumed in other people, other things, drama, toxicity. And the reason that I'm talking about all of this is because I feel like not only are you reawakening your energy, this comes with you reactivating your gifts, realizing that you have the power to create the life that you have always wanted. There is no reason why you should have given up hope just because of a bad situation or because of other people. And that brings in the idea of manifestation. There is always, you know, there is always a tomorrow, and that should tell you to think that there is always a chance that things can be better, or that you can acquire the things that you desire. Oh my God. You guys could be like poets, or you're very like good with your words, because I'm telling you, the way that I've been yapping, I love you guys though. I love you. Okay, and then this one is actually a new oracle deck. I really love it. This is all about mantras, and notice how it has the sun, and I was talking about the sun. Thank you very much. So this one talks about, it says become fearless, and look what it has, lions. So I think this talks about your identity and how the first person that you should be protecting is yourself. The first person that you should be loving is yourself. Once you wake up in the morning, you know, it's in the sense that I feel like you're really going to be in touch with loving the way that you look, the way that you are, because there's only one of you. And if you don't appreciate yourself, who will, right? And this is also a part of like your lower chakras. It's you being so in touch and in tune with your energy that you're able to create a lot of art, a lot of content, a lot of things. And you become fearless because you know who you are, you know your power. And even though you might not know exactly what's going to happen in the future, or you might not know certain things that will happen, or how things will unfold, you trust yourself and your intuition. And this card makes me think about that. And then you have soul retrieval. I really want to read from the book for this oracle card. Let me get the book. Where did it go? I think I dropped it. Yeah. All right, so let me look for it. Excuse me. What number? 29. Some of you guys could be 29. All right, I got you. All right, it says, you have attracted this card today as there's an opportunity for you to receive a soul retrieval healing. Throughout life, we all at some point experience a trauma that can create a fracture in our energy. Most people can look back on their life and pinpoint an experience that shaped them differently and caused them to relate to life in a different way. When we experience a frightening event or trauma, a piece of us, a positive aspect, is frozen and left in that time and place within the energy body. Healers and shamans work powerfully to heal these fractures using a process called soul retrieval. I don't know why, but I feel like you could probably look up, if you like meditating, you could probably look that up. I'm pretty sure there's like meditations on soul retrieval. And if this oracle card and message is like resonating with you to the T, it says this is where, so they're talking about the process called soul retrieval. It says this is where they travel through timelines to the spirit world to retrieve this energy and bring it back to the physical and into the present moment, where this energy can heal the original fracture at a deep level. It says, do you feel like a part of you is missing? Do you have a memory of a trauma that keeps raising its head? Do you feel unsettled and as though you're in need of some healing? Now is the time to reconnect to the positive energy that you had before the traumatic experience. It's time to heal this old trauma so you can free yourself from this fragmented energy in your life. It's time to reclaim this aspect of yourself and live your life with a deeper sense of peace. Make sure to do the ceremony to assist you in this process, or find a healer or shaman to work with you. Oh my god. And you know what I just saw? Like, I saw how you could be in this inner state, in the sense, you know how in a lot of movies or shows, let's say that someone passes, it's like, and they don't move on, right? They're not like per se in this heaven, and they're like in this middle world. And I just saw that, but like being you feel like you have been in this big ass transformation, this big transition for a big chunk of your life, and you never understood why, you know, you felt like it's like you didn't fully develop who you really were. And whatever this is right here, this soul retrieval is like bringing a part of yourself that you needed to like complete the puzzle, to like for you to be healed, for you to understand, for you to see the bigger picture, like almost like this like missing key or something like that. And I think that happens also when we need to learn certain lessons, when we need to be more grateful, when we need to be better for ourselves and others, right? That was really beautiful though. And then this one is so pretty. You have reflections. So you could be doing a lot of reflection now, and especially in the beginning of the months, you're going to be reflecting on this past year, so like 2024, maybe even COVID times, but you're just gonna be doing a lot of reflecting on yourself and how you can make your life better. And not in a selfish way, just like I feel like you want to be healthier, you want to level up, you want to grow. You don't want to just make more money, or you know, like you don't just want to get in a relationship. I feel like you want things that are meaningful, that have more purpose in your life. And this is why I see you like doing a lot more reflection. Some of you are going to be like closer to God or to spirit. You know, maybe you're getting more into religion or becoming a lot more spiritual. But I think this is something that has been missing for a while from you. Like you've always had faith, but not to this level or something like that. But yeah, there is a lot of reflection. And also some of you may start journaling, or you need to. especially when it comes to your dreams. And then this one is this like butterfly oracle deck. It's really pretty, and you know I have butterflies, so I had to. You have serenity, and you got lavender. That's so beautiful. I have this story I want to tell you guys. I don't know why, but I feel like it could be relevant. So there was a time where I was working in this coffee shop, and I remember that working in this coffee shop, like, it was the best and worst job at the same time, because this coffee shop, like, there was a high like foot traffic. Like, there was always people in and out, and you know it was very fast paced. So you get tired easily, you get drained. But at the same time, like, you know, I made so many friends, and I met so many people that guided me along the way. And the way that it was set up, it was like in the building that we were working, we would like throw the garbage through this door, and there was a company that was on the other side, so they had like a janitor service, and the coffee shop, we would hire them as well, so they would throw our garbage. And I remember that I met this elderly man. He was probably like 60 to 70. Like, he wasn't that elderly, but you know, he was still like, he was basically older, okay, whatever. And I remember that something just kind of like stroked my heart, because I felt so bad. And I asked him, I was like, oh, do you need any help? And he said yes. So I ended up helping him, and he was like, oh, you know, you're the first person to ask me for help, and basically told me how the people working at the coffee shop were treating this man with a lot of disrespect, or, you know, viewing him basically as if he was lower because of his job. And I think a job is a job, and it doesn't make you less than, and we shouldn't ever treat people with so much disrespect. And anyways, I remember when I put my 2 weeks in, I didn't tell this man, but I will always help him. That's an important part of the story. And I think it was like my third to last day or something like that, and he came in with the biggest lavender plant. Like, it must have been like $100, because it was huge. And he really did surprise me. And he gave it to me, and he was like, how, you know, because I was always helping him and nobody will help him, and I will always give him tea and stuff like that, and I will pay for it, because, you know, he was like elderly, and I don't, you know, I just like to treat people with love and respect. And I feel like that really stroked my heart. And maybe you're like that too. Maybe a lot of you have a lot of empathy, or you make a lot of like elderly friends, because that happens to me all the time. Like, I can't be the only one. I just think that you're nice to the right people. You're very protective of your friends, of your loved ones, and you may constantly, you know, meet like older people, and not in a weird way. It's just that, you know, you love to help or to be friendly or nice, you know, to like good people, and it always so happens to be like elderly couples or something like that. Maybe it reminds you of your grandparents, right? But that is something that I see, and you may notice that that may happen like to you now, since I told you this story. Yeah, you may make a lot more friends. I just feel like your compassion goes a long way, and it's like it's gonna be recognized in this new year, and I really love that for you because I think you are a good person. It's like you have a bad attitude, but you're such a good person, and a lot of people misunderstand you because of that. And I don't think you have a bad attitude towards life. You're just very protective over yourself. So you may like mean mug people, but when they actually come up to you, like, you're really nice. You may look like the biggest bitch, but if you see an elderly person, a child, or someone in need, you might just help them, right? And this is what I mean, like, you're actually really nice. I know your secret because I'm exactly the same way. So okay, anyways, and then the last card is imagine. So your dreams, right? Your imagination, and what is linked to your imagination? Manifestation. Because when you're manifesting, what are you doing? You are essentially dreaming. You are envisioning the future. Also, remember that part when I was saying how, you know, you're tapping back into parts of yourself again, and because of that you may also reactivate some sort of gifts. With this card, it makes sense because you may tap into a lot of psychic gifts, a lot of visions, a lot of dreams, a part of yourself that you stop believing in. Like, maybe you stop believing in your intuition or into your spirituality. I just feel like something happened where you kind of just like lost faith, or you needed space to heal. And you definitely had that. And then the last but not least, Sea Melodies. I'm telling you, I always pick this deck up and I always forget to use it. So this time we're actually using it. And it's mermaids, like, beautiful. All right, so tell me about pile 1 for 2025. What can they expect? Excuse me. Okay. Oh my god. You got, look what you got, bro. Or sis. You got reflect. Peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. So I want to get another one. But I do think that you are definitely doing a lot of self-reflection. You know, you're taking a lot of accountability. And this is bringing about a lot of change in your life. Says change. It says know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Some of you could be moving this year, or you're breaking a lease. Some of you, whoever this was over here, we don't like them, maybe you're like breaking a lease with this person or something, and you have to like tolerate living with them for like a month or two or something like that. But yes, pile 1, I definitely hope that you enjoyed, that it resonated, and that it brought the clarity, the love, the peace, the harmony, everything that you needed. And if you made it to the end of the video, then comment orange or yellow emojis, whichever ones you like, because orange, red, orange, or yellow, because those were your main colors in this pile. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello. So if you chose pile 2, then this is going to be your reading for 2025. Okay, so let's start with your tarot cards. You already know. I love this tarot deck. Why can't I talk? It's so unique. Like, it has all these little like hieroglyphics here. Has like the infinity sign, the moon symbol, the Aquarian symbol. So you may constantly get messages from you know, like the universe, you always get signs, or you always know you're very protected. And like religion or your spirituality, your deities, like that could be a really important aspect of who you are. But let's see what wants to come out for 2025. Let's see. All right, spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels, tell me about pile 1. I mean 2. Oh my god, you got the Queen of Swords. So you could very well be our Aquarian queen. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I don't know why Aquarius is coming in so strongly. You could have like Aquarius in your big 3 as well. You got the Knight of Swords in reverse. So there you go with the air signs as well. Again, oh my god. You got the 10 of Wands. I love this this deck. It's so pretty. All right, let me get one more. The Star. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, let me stop fooling around. But the Aquarius, I'm telling you, like, it keeps coming out. All right. Okay. So there is something that in 2024, I feel like whatever this was, you wanted this really badly. Let me sit down. Hold up. Let me get my coffee. First of all, some of you may like coffee a lot. But I was saying how there's something that you wanted like very strongly, and I feel like this has to do with your career, like a promotion. Maybe you have like a dream job, or excuse me, you were focused on manifesting, but I don't think you realize that sometimes manifestations take a while, especially if you're not in the right place mentally, spiritually. But it doesn't mean that they'll never come in. And that's exactly what I'm seeing. I feel like whatever you asked for, I don't think you realize the responsibility that it came with. This could be like, maybe you wanted a new house, a new living situation. Maybe you wanted to move out on your own. You know, you wanted to, it feels like it does have to do with your living situation. But, you know, maybe it's a new car, a new promotion, like whatever this is. Like I said, it comes with a lot of responsibility, and you having either people depend on you, or, you know, you just, it's not like you can just call, like tell your mom or your dad, or you know, like you can't just fix like a problem by depending on someone else. Like you have to rely on yourself, even when you're sick, even when, you know, you have a lot going on. And 2024 was full of a lot of days where you were having a lot of anxiety attacks, where you were having a lot of depressive episodes. But what you didn't realize was that you were also learning how to cope with that, how to cope with your mental health. Some of you were focused on getting therapy, on getting certain medications. Like it just feels like whatever was blocking you from moving out, from getting this manifestation, is finally out the way, because you are, it's like you're better at taking accountability, and you are more responsible now. Like you may clean up after yourself, you may make it a goal to like eat healthier, or to cook for yourself more, and to not eat out as much. You're better at budgeting. Like the time finally feels right. You know, for some of you, this could even be a pet. I don't know why I didn't think of that because of the cats. But like I said, I feel like whatever this is, you most definitely will deserve it. And it could very well come in the month of January to February, because I believe that's Capricorn and Aquarius. And I love this for you. I think that you had a lot of blockages before, and I think something I wanted to say is that with the Queen of Swords, you're taking the stance of setting boundaries. You know, you are being honest, straightforward, standing with integrity and solidarity for the people who deserve it. Like, I just feel like you are touching into this side of yourself of, I'm gonna do what is best for me, and if you can't respect my actions, if you can't respect me as a person or my boundaries, then you don't deserve to be in my life, basically. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that your honesty is something that is needed in the world. You are needed in the world, and people can't expect, you know, to rely on you their whole life, or, you know, to like, because I feel like maybe people aren't depending on you financially, or like maybe you don't have children, but I can see maybe some friends were constantly venting to you or crying to you, and then turning around and going back to the same ex or whatever it was. Like, it just feels like it became like repetitive, where you were always drained by the same people. And there's some kind of situation where it's like you're breaking it, you're speaking your truth, and you're moving forward. And with the Queen of Swords, I see that so clearly. Like, one thing that for sure this new year is like, your purpose is gonna be very clear to you. You're gonna see how well your intuition is, and like how your actions are so aligned to your spirit, to your energy. Meaning, like, somebody invites you out, for example, and your intuition tells you like something is off, so you end up staying home or going somewhere else, and then you end up finding out that something really bad has happened there. Like, I feel like you're going to be shown exactly how, you know, intuitive and gifted you are, and that's something that is coming up very clearly. I feel like this year you're focused on what means the most to you, and I feel like you want to explore who you are. You want to educate yourself, you want to learn, you want to be curious. And anybody that is not giving you the freedom and the space, or anything that is doing this to you, like a job or whatever, that is like getting in the way of you expanding your wisdom, your intellect, I just feel like you're letting it go. You're quitting, you're letting that person or situation go, because this is something that is going to be heavily focused on in the new year. And especially with the star, it's like you're getting a wish come true, something that you prayed for, that you cried for, but it came with a lot of burdens, and you know what you're getting yourself into. And that's something that I see very clearly. All right, so let's start with your oracle cards. Let's see what you get. Okay, so you got the Otter. Okay, so I want to look up facts about otters, because I actually don't know a lot about otters. So give me 1 second. It says, Otters are carnivorous mammals that are semi-aquatic, aquatic or marine. They have a slender body, short legs, a strong neck, flattened tail. Their fur is various shades. Okay, but like, it says sea otters have the thickest fur of any animal. And apparently they have like, they can be underwater for like a really long time. Obviously not more than like a shark or a fish because they live underwater, but think of like a turtle or something, like an animal that can live on land and water. They're one of the animals that can like survive underwater for the longest and can also be on land, which I think is interesting. And there's also different types of otters. Like there's sea otters, giant otter, um I guess like the regular ones that are on land. Some otters hold hands while they're sleeping. That's so cute. Okay, anyways, so okay. So I think my favorite thing that keeps coming up is how they have the thickest fur of all mammals, and how they're able to live on sea and land. And it makes the spiritual meaning to this, I feel like, makes me think of how you are resonating with this animal, because this new year you're most likely becoming more adaptable and inviting change and newness into your life, even after you swore that you didn't want things to change, or maybe you weren't so open to things changing. It's like you're finally accepting that the only way to go is forward, right? If you're stuck in the past, things aren't able to move forward. And I think this is like a really big spiritual significance. And I know otters are all about their families, so this year you might be focusing on family and most likely setting a lot of boundaries with family, and spending time with the people that make you feel loved and supported the most, period. All right, and then we got the Enchanting Blossoms Oracle. So you got Truth. That's crazy because you got the Queen of Swords, honey. She don't play. Some of you, if you're into spirituality, you could be like getting deeper into your craft. For example, if you do tarot, like you could be getting into astrology. If you honor some sort of deity, you could be getting into like herbology or learning about the history of your deity, visiting temples, or anything like that. I can definitely see that, like just a lot of travel as well. Because when I saw Truth, I kept thinking about facts, like just learning facts about the things that you praise, the people that you praise. But yeah, but I think that Truth is gonna be the general theme for you, and the reason being is because I think that you're going to be, it's not like, maybe yes, like supporting a cause, but it's almost like, how do I even explain that? It's like you are living, like for example, like living in the present moment, right? You're accepting what has happened and you're not afraid to speak your truth. Like you are enjoying yourself, and living in the moment, but you're also not afraid to speak your truth. You're no longer holding yourself back, or you know, like dimming your light for other people or situations. And that might have been something that was happening before, because you were labeled as difficult, or you could be the black sheep of the family for sure, but you were just labeled as difficult every time that you wanted to talk about, every time that you wanted to like confront a family member, a loved one, or whoever it was on their behavior. It was like you had to go against the grain. You were always like put to the side. And this may be why family could be something that you could be focused on. You could be starting your own family, or redefining what family means. Sometimes those bonded to you by blood doesn't mean that you have to spend the rest of your life with them. Like, yes, you may have a special bond to your family, but you don't have to, you don't have to accept that just because they're your real family doesn't mean that you have that connection. Sometimes your spiritual family is gonna be the one that brings more love and support. You may meet people along the way, whether it be your neighbors, whether it be your friends, that over time, this is the people that you grow old with. Your partners, maybe your partner's family, right? But it's in the sense that you don't have to accept something just because it is given to you. You should accept what you are deserving of, and a place where it is your place, where you are supported, where you are loved. And I see you like a lot of nights crying of not feeling like you belong in this family, you belong in this situation, like you just belong in this place. And you may finally find that, like your sense of belonging, like your purpose. That's very beautiful. Okay. And then this one, you got chaos and conflict. So, you know what they say, how sometimes in order for things to get better, or in order for you to like break some sort of pattern, it will get worse, or you will be met with some resistance before you get to that finish line. And that's exactly what I see, how you're going to choose to speak your truth, to set boundaries, to make the decision to move out, or to separate yourself from certain people. And you may be labeled as the villain, as like, it's like I feel like you're labeled as the difficult person. But over time, people will see how, and you will see how once you move away, there's no more chaos and conflict. Maybe when you speak your truth, it will cause a lot of drama and this like conflict, but after that, I feel like it's like you're gonna get like this rebirth. You're no longer gonna have to deal with this. I feel like there's just like a lot of grown people that are not in tune with their emotions, with themselves, and they like to take it out on you. And you really have to like move away from this situation as soon as you can. Hold on. Okay. And then I want to read the book for this one, which is Rejuvenation. This is I think this is the Crystal Blessing. No, the Crystal Medicine Oracle. This is what it looks like. Alright, so you got number 23. Some of you could be turning 23. Or 2023 could have been a specific year for you. Okay, it says, this card has made its way across your path as it's a perfect time for you to stop, rejuvenate, and give back to yourself. We live in a crazy, fast-paced world, and it is very easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life. To achieve balance and well-being, it is important to slow down and create more experiences that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Have you been feeling flat or burnt out and lacking in energy? Are you confused and have no direction? Do you feel like the world is getting you down? Well, it's time to rejuvenate and set yourself free from your current burdens. Basically, to create some time and space for yourself. Take this card as a sign to do the things that make you feel renewed, such as going on that holiday you have been thinking about, or even just having a weekend away in nature. Perhaps you could gift yourself a healing, relaxing bath and massage to clear your energy and bring balance and rejuvenation. Oops. Whatever it is that creates this space, make sure you give it to yourself, or you will burn out and be no good to anyone, especially yourself. It is time for you to renew your energy so you can live a life of well-being and balance. And basically this like oracle deck, this oracle, it basically tells you like what medicines will be good, not physical medicines, but like specific plants and all that, or like crystals. So the crystal that you got was green tourmaline. It says it connects deeply with the medicine of plants. It balances and heals the heart chakra, and it assists in creating a deeper understanding. And you could be like getting more plants at this time. What I heard when I read that is also grounding. You are grounding your energy again. I feel like, because what is rejuvenating or rejuvenation, right? You are burnt out, so you're needing to like take days off to renew yourself. And to me, that sounds a lot like grounding your energy, like taking time and space alone to tap into the parts of yourself that feel hurt, angry, scared, and to rebalance yourself. Especially if you've been extra cranky, extra sad, extra anxious, like you don't feel like yourself. You know, doing the things that make you feel good, playing music, whatever it is that like reconnects you to that side of yourself. And it doesn't have to be that you do expensive things, that you go on this massage or to go to this spa, but just doing things that make you feel like you again, especially after so much chaos and conflict. All right, and then this oracle is about mantras. So this one says accepting oh my god, I can't even say that, ephemerality. Listen, you're gonna see the word, and I'm gonna look this up, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that means, but I want to look it up. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm telling you, I feel like you like to learn, or you may look a lot of things up. I think I spelled that right. It says ephemerality is the quality of something being transitory or short-lived. The word comes from the Greek word ephemeros, which means lasting only one day. And some examples would be used as like, I'm attracted to the fragility and ephemerality of these delicate flowers. Or like, my own example will be like, maybe like reading a book, or reading a specific book for the first time, or painting on a canvas, or learning your first song on an instrument. It's like it's something that seems so long, yet it is short-lived, because after you read that book for the first time, you never get that experience again. Or after you play your first song, or you know, like whatever it is, like I could definitely see that. And it says accepting, right? I feel like this kind of tells you how, in a spiritual sense, I could think of two things. How there's only 24 hours in one day, and when you're living through it, that could seem so long, but time passes by so quickly. Like, you know, when we get to the end of the year, you're like, where did the time go? Like, how did time pass by so quickly? And it's making me think about how maybe you're worried about a lot of things, your finances, or not being good enough, or whatever the case may be. And this is like, you know, you being more accepting of yourself. You being more accepting of yourself and of your own actions, like being kinder to yourself, because we only have one life, and time really does fly by at times. So it's important to like focus on your purpose, to focus on you, and not be so harsh or unkind to yourself. Know that like, it's like living in the moment, rather enjoying the experiences, knowing that, you know, not everything is gonna fall under your control, and you're gonna be under certain circumstances where the more that you worry, the worse that it's gonna be on you. Like, it's just gonna create more fear. So there's no reason for you to like do that to yourself, right? So that is something that I do feel with that. Like, there's no need to rush or to push yourself so hard, because we only have one life, and it's important to like enjoy what you have, to be grateful, to do what you can, and to be kinder to yourself. Okay. And then you have, oh my gosh, and then you have patience. Nurture the seeds of patience and reap the rewards of personal achievement. Patience is like a really important thing to have, because when you have patience, you have better relationships, you have better success, because you give yourself time to, for example, like people that don't have patience, they won't sit there and read a whole entire book, and maybe this is the book that changes your life, but because you have no patience, you don't even want to get started on reading the book. And that goes for everything. Patience for your own kids, patience for your personal relationships. It's so important to have patience, because you don't know what the next person has been through. You don't know what the next person has been through. And even patience with yourself. You have been through a lot, and it's important to give yourself the time to be in tune with your emotions. Give yourself the time to be sad, to be angry, but also know to hang it up or to let it go, right? Knowing that fine line or balance to help yourself move forward, and paying attention to the things that matter. And then this one, you got abundance. So this is what you're going to be focusing on creating in 2025. It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I think that because you are choosing to be your best self, like your most honest self, and like you're choosing to be a good person and to be honest and to have like this integrity with you, it's like, despite all the hate and negativity that you've been around, this is why, you know, you are attracting a lot of abundance, because you're open to the right people and opportunities. Even though you have a lot of trauma, and especially when it comes to family, it's like I still see you making a lot of friends or having a lot of opportunities, because what is meant for you will never just skip you by. And your heart chakra is really, like, your color is green right now. Your color is green and purple. Green because you are focusing on your heart chakra. You are going to experience what does it feel like to be loved, but not just in any way. You are experiencing the love that you have given others, but it being returned back to you. I feel like there's a specific person that may show up and love you even harder than you have ever loved someone. So yeah, that is like something so strongly coming out. And I think you could like have more love for, you could have more love for nature, for animals as well, like for the universe, for planet, like Mother Earth, because you are loved more. And in turn, you see like the beauty of others, the beauty of yourself, the beauty of humans. Like, you know, like you start to see all the good in this world after being in such a dark place. Okay, and then I'm not forgetting. I promised myself I wouldn't forget this. So let's see what you get. All right, so tell me about pile 2. You got chance. Wait, let me show you. It says, allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. You never know what the tide may bring in. This, oh my god, this is giving the same energy as this. Like, you never know what can happen, and that can be a good thing. Like, good things can happen to you, especially because you're a good person. So just because bad things have happened doesn't mean that that's the normal for you. All right, let's get one more, and then I'll leave you. You got wild. Believe in your otherworldly beauty. Dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. I feel like this is asking you to tap into your fiery side, right? To go out with your friends, to enjoy yourself. Because like I said, just because things have been hard for you or you've been through a lot doesn't mean that you deserve a life full of negativity or bad shit. It doesn't work like that. And I also feel like, I just feel like you're going to receive a lot of good people in your life, and it's like that's like the thing that you deserve the most, because these people will most likely be a good influence on you. But yes, that is what I have for you, pile 2. I definitely hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello. So if you chose pile 3, then this is gonna be your reading. First of all, today is the next day. So you may be a morning person, a late bloomer, or you could be an empath. Like, you get tired very easily. Not tired, but like you get drained very easily. because that is exactly what happened to me. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have to roll this into tomorrow. But regardless of the fact, let's see what 2025 has in store for you, my butterflies. So this deck is very beautiful. We love her. And if you hear a lot of noises, is because you guys are by the window. I will leave that disclaimer with you. All right, spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels, tell me about pile 3 and what they can expect for 2025. Okay, so you got the Emperor in reverse. You got the Ace of Cups in reverse. You got the World. And something that I didn't notice was Death also turned over. So, and the bottom of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Fate in this deck in reverse as well. Okay. I'm gonna put this over here. Something that I feel like immediately I got with the Emperor in reverse, I felt as though there was a partner, a family member, somebody that is meant to lead you. This is definitely a masculine. Either someone that is in their masculine energy, like always very commanding or bossy, protective, right? But in the reverse is like this person isn't leading you somewhere good, and it feels like you're doing the dirty work for this person. And what I mean is, like, if this is a partner, it feels like you're the one that's taking care of everything. You're the one paying all the you're the one paying all the bills. You're the one cleaning the house, taking care of the kids. Like, it feels like you're doing all the heavy work, and this person is like taking credit for it, or they're taking, it feels like you are being taken advantage of in some way, especially with the Ace of Cups in reverse. At times it can feel like, you know, this is unrequited love, or there is the love that you give this person, it's like they're not meeting that. They're not like, it's not meeting your standards, but they're not, you know, like giving the same effort that you're giving. And I think that you are putting an end to that in 2025. I feel as though some of you are really going to be done with this person and their BS. I can see how either you're setting really strong boundaries or you're letting go completely. And I think this person is not going to expect it at all, because they're so used to this routine, or, you know, they could be very manipulative and they know just what to say, you know, to get what they want. But it's like all their tactics aren't working because you caught on, and you want to do better for yourself. And it's the way that they see how drained you are. They see how drained you are, and how tired, and they are still not giving you what you're asking for, right? And I feel like it's very simple. Like, you don't ask for money or for this person to be a millionaire, but, you know, you ask for, like, to receive the same love that you're giving. And if this is a family member, is in the same boat. Like, you know, you could have helped them when they didn't have anything. You let them move into your place, or something like that, somewhere along the lines. And now it's like you're having to set strong boundaries because it feels like you're doing their chores for them. It feels like you are, you know, like it just feels like you're doing too much, where you're not able to focus on your personal goals. And I think you're gonna focus a lot on self-love, and a lot of people don't realize this right here is an act of self-love. Standing up for yourself and standing up for yourself and doing what's best for you is an act of self-love, because you know in your heart, even though it hurts sometimes, you know in your heart that this is going to make your life better. And out of love that you have for yourself, you're choosing to, you know, move forward. You're choosing to do what's best for you, regardless of anybody else's opinion, regardless of what anybody else has to say or do. So yeah, somebody needed to hear that. But I think, you know, you've been known for a while, especially with the world, because the world talks about like coming to a complete stop. Like, you have came to completion of a lot of lessons this year, and you know there is a door closing for you, but the world acknowledges that there's a new door opening for you, that there are many opportunities and possibilities. And I think you have been getting a lot of signs, and there could be a very big chance that like you have been growing apart from this person for a while. You know, maybe there's more arguments, or maybe there's just been a lot more separation. You don't see eye to eye. I just feel like this person was a catalyst. Like, what they did was fucked up, and I would never justify that ever, their behavior ever. But what I was saying was that what they did to you, it almost opened your eyes to how much of a people pleaser you were back then, or this past year. How if you love someone, you love them so unconditionally that you didn't realize how much you were taking advantage of. And this year is like, you're gonna be more of a bitch, and not in a bad way. Hold on. You're just gonna be more like outspoken. You're going to like put yourself first, put your energy first, put your emotions first, protect your peace first. Like, yes, you love your partner, you love your children, you love, you know, your family, but putting yourself first always, because who's gonna do it if you don't, right? Okay, so then let's jump into your oracle cards. I want to start this way because I always start with the spirit animal. So the one that you got is the shark. Okay, I remember this when I was shuffling, and when I was shuffling this deck in particular, I remember that the shark came out, but it almost instantly flew out, and I was like, okay, if it comes out again, I know it's meant to be. And then the next time it came out upright, and I knew instantly, because the shark talks about someone that's bad in your life, someone that is basically out to get you. But I know that it was almost like, this is how people are gonna see you. You know, you are going to be a villain in a lot of people's story, and I think you're getting used to that, because the only way that you're on good terms with people is if you are benefiting them, is if, you know, like if you're doing something for them. And that's why people keep you in their perimeter and don't want to lose access to you. And this year's is going to be a lot about making real connections, other than people taking advantage of you, people that give you the support and love that you have been needed and that you deserve, like that you rightfully deserve. But I just think that you're gonna accept and come to terms with sometimes choosing yourself can look like this, where some people are going to villainize you, and some people are going to talk shit about you and say whatever, but that doesn't make it true. Your actions make it true. Who you are as a person make it true. Okay, and then this one is my enchanted blossoms. So you got patience. So I forget which pile patience came out. I think it was pile 2. I don't remember. But you could have watched that pile as well, or a little bit of it. But basically, when patience comes out is because you're afraid. You have a lot of fear and anxiety. You have this fear that the past is going to repeat itself in the future, that you are going to be hurt again, that what is yours is going to be taken again. And my like food for thought for you, when you're having those moments, is the past doesn't have to be a bad thing. I know that, you know, maybe your past may haunt you still, but this is your sign to heal from that, to know that you didn't deserve that. It happened and you didn't deserve what happened in the past. But take this as a moment to learn from what happened. What could have you done differently that would have changed how things ended? How could you have reacted better, right? And also, whatever happened, how do you feel as though this affected you, where you may still need to heal from now? And I'm not saying it as a bad thing or as if you did anything wrong, but it's in the sense that we can't control other people or certain circumstances, but we can control our actions and how we react to things. And that makes so much of a difference. And I see that here with you. Like, I feel like you were so sensitive to how once you threatened to leave certain people that were manipulating you, taking advantage of you, taking your money, it was like you were so sensitive to that, or you were easily manipulated or easily influenced. And it's like, what can you do differently this time around so you won't be taken advantage of, so that your emotions are not all over the place? How can you be more balanced? And that's what I'm saying. You didn't deserve what happened to you, but you have to realize that there are a lot of bad people out there. There's good and bad people. So you have to, like, trust yourself. Trust your intuition, be more in tune with yourself, ground yourself, be more patient, and don't jump into things just because the opportunity arises. Trust your feelings and what is being shown to you. So yeah. And then you also have happy. So this card, it talks about blessings and miracles and this like angelic energy. But I also always see this as like you experiencing the ultimate joy. And what is joy? We experience joy through our inner child. And the crazy part is that a lot of adults get so caught up in their responsibilities. They get so caught up in like adult things, right, that they forget to invite joy, invite their inner child to come out, whether that's through hobbies, through playing with children, you know, through doing certain activities that connect you to your childhood. Like I said, the past doesn't have to be a bad thing. Even though bad experiences may have happened, you can like get something good out of it. You can learn from your past. You can learn to enjoy what you enjoyed as a child. And I feel like in 2025 you may connect a lot more with joy, with things that you did as a kid, like painting, music, or something along those lines. And this may bring a lot of happiness and joy into your life, a lot of laughter. And it kind of tells you like to let go and let things happen, which is crazy because then you have freedom. I want to read from the book, so let me find it. Where is the book? I really don't know where that book is. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. Okay, I find it, guys. I find it. All right, you got the number 12. One moment. All right, it says, you have called this wonderful card an energy. hold on, you have called this wonderful card and energy into your life as it's time to set yourself free. Life can easily create times of challenge and struggle, making us feel stuck and tied down. Sometimes we even feel trapped in our own minds, caught up in our own cobwebs of rights and wrongs, old beliefs and conditions, as we constantly look for a path to freedom. The great news is that freedom is available to you at all times, in every moment. When you can rise above your old conditions and restraints and see them from a different point of view, you will be able to set yourself free. Are you currently feeling tied down and find it hard to escape your own thoughts and feelings? Do you make judgments upon yourself? Are you rigid in your thinking? Are you controlling and feel that things always have to go your way? Do you put unrealistic demands on yourself? Are you taking on the options of others instead of looking within and being guided by your own compass? Whatever may be playing out for you, know it's time to see things differently and to set yourself free. You are being invited to look at your old thoughts and beliefs to discover which ones are keeping you caught in your own web of self-destruction. It's time to rise above your situation and look at it from a higher perspective. You will then be able to let go of the old ways of seeing and bring forth the light of freedom. It's time to soar like an eagle and let your soul fly free. You know what's crazy? That when I was reading that, I was thinking about how, like, I was thinking about how I was saying that, you know, you were like, I feel like afraid of the future because you felt like the past was gonna repeat itself and all the bad shit that you went through. And the crazy part is, like, how this book is asking you to, like, not this book, but like the passage is basically saying to set yourself free from old beliefs and limitations you may have placed on yourself. Something that I always used to say, and I feel so strongly, is like, sometimes when we are growing up, keep in mind that I talked about your inner child, right? Okay, so when we are growing up as like children, we are told you like the color pink, for example, or you are a girl, you are a boy. Like, we get so many titles growing up, and you end up believing that your whole life. And sometimes your parents' experiences or the people that raised you, like, their experiences become so ingrained into you. For example, like, let's say how the person that was raising you was really hurt in love, so the way that they view love was very tarnished and broken, and they never ever believed in relationships. So now you as an adult have the same ideologies because that's what you grew up on. But remember that it is up to you to break those limitations, to like reconstruct your beliefs, and to be more philosophical, to ask questions, to be curious, to open your mind, to open your heart, to allow yourself to have your own opinion, your own beliefs. And I think this is how you're going to set yourself free. And I don't even think you realized it. You were just always in like this pessimistic way of thinking because of everything that you've been through. You being pessimistic kind of protected you from a lot of shit, because you felt like if you said no to everything, or if you chose like the more logical side, you know, you didn't have to deal with being hurt. But in reality, sometimes it hurt more, you know, not having the opportunities, or not being able to feel free and light again. All right, and then this is the Goddess Oracle, and you got Ceridwen. I don't know how to say her name, but she's very beautiful, and she has the number 9. So that could be significant. And she is all about potential. Something that I see is like, look at how you got yellow here. She has like a star and has all this light to her. Then the eagle basically talks about your vision, and then she has gold and has her third eye basically off the charts, and is making me feel like there's gonna be a lot about your light. You are no longer going to be dimming your gifts or your light, and this is going to make you see very clearly what is meant for you, how you've always had so much potential. It's like this year you are going to win in life because you're going to believe that, because you're going to see so strongly how beautiful you are, how beautiful your energy is, like who you really are, your purpose. And I think you've never really had a sense of that. You've always felt like something was missing within you, and it was always your belief that was missing. And then like even this has like the sun. There's a lot of like yellow. Okay, so this one is the mantra, and it says opening the heart. So yeah, I just feel like you could be an earth sign, or like you could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo. I say that because these are the signs that are like the most closed off, that it's like harder for them to open up, because when they love so strongly. Just like, for example, like a Leo, right? How Leo doesn't love everyone per se. Like, they're very nice, but you know, Leo doesn't love everyone to that extreme. But when they love you, they will protect you as like the king of the jungle, right? And that's something that I see, that you're ready to like open your heart, or you are, well, I feel like first of all you're healing from this, but you are like still being open to new friendships, to new opportunities in 2025. Like, you're having the patience to deal with others, because you're seeing how there can be good people with kindred spirits in your circle. It doesn't have to be all bad. Or people that have like been through the same shit as you. It's like you're realizing that just because you think that everyone is bad doesn't make it so. All right, and then the last one you have is nurture. It says nurture your inner child. Wait, nurturing your inner child supplies you with the innocent joy of living. And sometimes that's all it really is. Like, you may not have much, but you make an honest living. And sometimes the joy of doing your hobby, like basically the joy of like practicing your skills, honing on to yourself, like doing what you love brings so much joy to you that you don't need to make $1 million, or you don't need, you know, to have all this expensive shit, because in reality you are the one that is rich with friendships, with love, with support, with joy, with happiness. And you can have the $1 million, but you cannot buy these things. And that's something that I feel like you need to realize. This is, I feel like, what is coming in. Like, yes, I feel like you are getting good opportunities. You are I feel like becoming more stable in your footing, becoming more smarter in your choices. But you're also nurturing this idea that you can be happy even if it's on your own. You are accepting what is and learning to live in the present moment and seeing your potential, period. But yes, before I go, we're gonna use this because I don't want to forget. I love this oracle deck. Look how broken the box is. I need to put tape on it because I'm never giving it up. It's so beautiful. All right, so let's see what my pile 3 gets for 2025. Okay, you got oops, you got recharge. There's nothing like a walk on the beach to soothe your soul. Some of you actually like live by the beach or a large body of water, and or you could do like, because I know I'm in New York, I cannot be going to no body of water, it's too cold. But you could always like take a spiritual bath, right? Just find a way to recharge and like ground yourself. For others of you, maybe it's meditating with your favorite crystals. For others of you, it's connecting with others, your loved ones. Honestly, I feel like whatever makes you feel like yourself again is what needs to be done, right? Some of you is smoking a little, right? Like just doing, but this feels like it's like doing shit alone because you've been around so many people that you don't even feel like yourself again. Maybe it's going shopping, like treating yourself, because that's what matters. You know what I just realized? Okay, so I have this joke, right? Because before Christmas, like probably like 2 weeks before Christmas, there was a spider in my room. And it was interesting because where I had this desk, it was on the other side. It was on the other side, like on the other corner. So I named her Hera. And so I named her Hera. And then I literally yesterday I moved everything, and I was like, oh man, like she's not there anymore. But it was like, it's like a small spider, it's not big. And you know, like those house spiders that they don't really bite. And then I just looked up like while I was doing your reading, and she's in this corner. I'm like, oh my god. So you may see spiders a lot or have a lot of like feminine energy, basically. And you may be a feminist, like you love to protect females. You may be a girl's girl, we love that. But yeah, and then the last card that you guys, meditate. Make some quiet time in the still air. And I think something to say is like, meditation doesn't always have to be, you know, meditating with music. You can always do like sound bowls, or you can just do something that you enjoy, that brings you like, how do I explain that, like brings you a lot of quiet in your brain, that like makes you focus and forget about your problems, about your stress. Like finding a way to, I don't want to say finding a way to cope, but like finding a way to like de-stress, basically. But yes, this was a pile 3 for your 2025. I hope that you enjoyed, that it resonated. I love you. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hola. So if you chose pile 4, then this is gonna be your 2025 predictions, advice, whatever wants to come out. For some reason, pile 4 has been the pile that like I'm most excited to get into. So I feel like there's always a pile that I resonate the most with, and I feel like it's gonna be this one. Alright, so let's see. I just want to shuffle these because I have not used these in a while. Alright. Spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels. Tell me about pile 4 and 2025. What can they expect in 2025 when it comes to love, money, career, their energy? What is the insight, the advice? Alright. Okay, you got the 5 of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 6 of Swords in reverse. you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Just one more, I promise. Okay. And you have, I think this is the Star. I just wanted to focus. You know what's crazy? That this card was like, I was like looking at the images because I was asking myself, like, why didn't I use this like this deck before? You know, it's very beautiful. And this is a card that caught my eye because of the tree, and then it looks like it has like a lot of stars and all. So that's very funny that like it came out now. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. Okay, so I do see you know, you're going from the Five of Pentacles, so financial difficulties, financial pinch, shall we say, not making enough wherever you work, to basically having it all with the Ten of Pentacles. This is a raise, a promotion, and it's not just about the money with the Ten of Pentacles. It's like, you know, your job doesn't feel like a job. It feels like a career, or it feels like, you know, you're doing something that you love, and because of that, the money that you're making is worth it. Because when you go into a job and you hate what you do, it feels like you never get enough money for what you do, because the stress, the anxiety, the depression, the sadness, like all those negative emotions that you go through working, like nothing will ever suffice, like no amount of payment will ever suffice those feelings that you go through. So I feel like some of you could be going through a career change or some sort of change here with the Ten of Pentacles. And also the Ten of Pentacles can be a lot about family, like the same thing, how happiness and like family isn't something that you can really buy. You can have so much money, but you would never ever be able to buy, you know, your own happiness, or you will basically never be able to do that. And this is what makes you rich in life. It's not money, it's the love and the support that is around you. So I think that yes, your money and your career is gonna do very well, exceptionally well, but I also think that, you know, you're going to be gaining something that is not something that you can buy, which is love and support. And I really love that for you. You have the Six of Swords in reverse. So this is telling me that in 2024 there was a lot of chaos, a lot of drama, a lot of you being stuck in the past or not being able to like move forward. And usually when the past keeps resurfacing, it's the universe's way of telling you, like, hello, there's something that we want you to look at. There's a behavior that you continue to have today that you need to change or you need to work on. Remember, the universe humbles us when we act from a place of anger, of bitterness, of hatred, of sadness, right? It happens to all of us. We are all the same. We all eat, shit, and sleep. I always say that, but it's the truth. Like, there is nobody that is above the next person. And one point in another, you know, we all go through similar things. We all face death. We all face sadness. We all face grief. And I'm saying this because I feel like you feel like ashamed that you can't move on from your past, or you were going through whatever difficulties you had. And there could have been other people that were like shaming you, but I feel like this was you. Like, you were just being very hard on yourself. Every time that you try to save money, or you try to like put a plan into motion, it will backfire or it will not go forward. And I feel like this can also represent, you know, having to take a pause and to heal. And it's never fun to hear that, because, you know, you want to advance. You want to see yourself do better in your life. But sometimes it is necessary to sit down and listen. It is necessary to, like, literally, it's like, it's so necessary to sit down and listen. Like, would you rather continue going in circles, or would you rather sit down and really see what you're meant for, or your purpose? Because this is exactly what this looks like. Like, this time, it felt like your guides and your angels had to, like, put you in timeout. And every way that you tried to move forward, it was blocked, especially financially. But it feels like this was for a reason, so that you can see another path, or so that you can see, like, what is meant for you, so that you can heal, regenerate, like, be revitalized again and full of energy. Imagine, like, how, you know how, like, when you go to work and you come out of work, and let's say you have so much to do, and you only get like an hour of sleep. The next day at work, you're not going to perform your best, because you only got an hour or 2 hours of sleep. And that's how it feels with your energy. Like, you always had so much to do, and you never gave your time. I can't speak. You never gave yourself the time to heal, to sit down, to, like, have alone time with yourself, to the point that you weren't, like, regenerating. You weren't, it just felt like every day kept getting worse. And this was a lesson that you had to learn. There is definitely something called spiritual hygiene, and basically it's when you don't cleanse, you don't clean out your energy, you don't get rid of the clutter, you're not, like, taking your spiritual baths, you're not doing things that are allowing you to clear out the old, so new things can enter. And you become it's like you basically become full of hatred, full of anger, full of negativity, because you see everybody else advancing, everybody else, like, doing so much, but you feel like you can't get ahead. And it's because there's so much that you need to get rid of in your energy, in your aura, but you don't see that. You only see, like, the next person. And that's something that I see. And you could have always had dreams about death, about graveyards, about, like, endings, about meat specifically, things that, like, represent like, heavy energy, endings, and all that stuff. But the good thing is that I feel like in this year coming up, I feel like you feel that your energy is shifting, and that you have had the time to, like, really think about your actions and who you are as a person, where you want to go in life, or what you want to do, how you want to do it. It's like you have been able to make a plan for yourself, really think it through, talk to your loved ones, things of this nature. And this brings a lot of love and support, and it gives you motivation and desire to do this. Okay, so let's move on to your oracle cards. So let's start with your animal, which is a lizard. I love this because I feel like lizards remind me of, like, a Gemini. Well, Geminis remind me of birds, but, like, Geminis in specific, because lizards are, like, basically they're I don't even know how to explain that. Like, they basically represent change. Lizards represent change. They represent, you know, a period of transition or adjustment. And this popping up tells me that you're gonna have exactly what you desire and what you want in 2025. But get fucking ready, because this might be a difficult period in the beginning of the year. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, having to be in a new environment, having to like, I feel like having to be in a new environment, having to be around new people, just having to like adjust to a new relationship with yourself. Because I think that you're focused on being healthier, on being kinder to yourself. And so the hard part is not going to be in the beginning. It's going to be when things get difficult, or when you're having a bad day, or you know, when nothing is going your way and you can't control anything. It's like, how do you cope with the stress that comes with that? And I feel like you're gonna find ways not to be mean to yourself or hard on yourself. And then let's focus on the Enchanted Blossoms. And you have sincerity. You know what's crazy? That I feel like it's like this, it's like you're being more sincere to yourself, and because of that you're being kinder to others as well. Maybe you had a habit of like being bossy or mean to certain people, and like it's like the more love that you give to yourself, the more that like the more love that you're receiving, and also that you feel like it's so nice to like be loving towards other people. And then this one is all about milk and honey. So yeah, the universe is definitely giving you your flowers. Like, you are definitely getting a lot of blessings and a lot of things coming your way, because you've definitely been through it for sure. And I feel like something that I'm seeing is the color blue. Like, every pile has a color, and this pile has blue. And I think that I say that because it makes me think of the universe. Like, when you look up at the sky at night, technically it's supposed to be like navy blue, whatever. But it's like, some of you, your gifts are going to be like higher, or like just it's gonna be going wildfire. Like, you're gonna have a lot more dreams. You're going to your intuition is gonna be really, really strong this year, like stronger than ever. And it's because instead of asking for help on the outside, or asking for help towards others, it's like you are looking within first. You are like sitting, I just see you like sitting in your own, at your own table, sitting on your own, and you are like, okay, so what should I do? Like, you are trusting that you have all the answers that you need, that your guides and your angels are guiding you along the way. And this is gonna bring I feel like with a teacher, this is gonna bring a lot of like connections that maybe you were not open to in the past. But I was gonna say, this may bring a mentor in your life or a teacher. But I think something that I'm seeing as well is that there could be someone that comes into your life that is younger than you, or just has a very young spirit. Like, they could be older than you, but they're just very curious, and for some reason, like, you just know more than them. And you end up teaching them about your craft, or something that you know, some sort of skill. And while you're teaching them, it's like you're also learning, because whatever it is that you do, it is not just from this lifetime. It's been many, and that's why it comes so naturally to you. And you've done this alone, you've done this with others, and I feel like whoever this is, you will become like a mentor to them, possibly, and you may not even realize it. And then this is supposed to be your mantra, and you have the channel of cosmic energy. This looks like the Kundalini. So again, I think that this year you could connect a lot to children, to animals. And something that I see as well is that when the universe wants to send you messages and signs, oh, it will, trust me. There is no, like, there really are no coincidences to life, especially when you are someone that is aligned. And I see that in January, February, like specifically the beginning of the year, you may focus very heavily on your spiritual health, on cleansing your energy, on practicing more solitude and becoming more grateful for what you have. And you will see how fast things come into place. And you will see how you will also be a channel for other people, how you will come in contact with certain people at the right time that needed to hear what you were saying, what you were doing. Like, something about your energy feels just so much more aligned. Some of you could be getting into divination, right? And then these you had two that came out. So you have Sanctuary. It says, with a calm, focused mind and enjoyment of each moment, you create your very own sanctuary. So yeah, so I feel like you could be I feel like I see this two ways. Like, some of you are introverts and you love being at home, and this is something that you may be embracing. Like, it's not like you're gonna hunker yourself down and never go outside, but I think that you're just gonna do what you love and let go of the judgment from others. You may do things in the home, like redecorate and find ways to, like, enjoy, you know, your time at home, to make it feel like a home instead of a house. And then the second one that you have is intuition. The power of intuition will light your path, providing a connection to the divine. I feel like there could be some sort of deity, some sort of like higher power that ends up guiding you, and you will not be able to mistake this for anybody else. Like, I just see you becoming more like knowing that you're meant for more, and there is a very powerful force that ends up protecting you or guiding you. And that is something that I see, especially with the teacher. And then in this card, there's like a face behind the rainbow. I could definitely see that. All right, and then last but not least, your C Melodies card. All right, let's see. Spirit guides, ancient ancestors, angels, tell me about 2025. You have Wild. Believe in your otherworldly beauty. Dance with the waves and drink in the sunshine. I just feel like Spirit wants you to, like, let loose, you know? Like, your energy feels so uptight, like, in the sense that you only want to do certain things. You're not open to new opportunities, to new ideas, to new things. You have travel. Seeing the surface of the ocean is not the same as diving deep to see the coral. Some of you may literally be going to, like, the Caribbeans or, like, to Florida or something like that, like where there's a lot of beaches. But for others of you, I also saw like a road trip, like going on a road trip and just enjoying the journey and the experience of seeing all the different states, all different kinds of animals, of nature. So that could definitely be an experience as well that you would probably be going through. But yes, that is what I have for you, Pile 4. I definitely hope that it resonated, that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.